Check, check, 1, 2, 3, check. Testing 1, 2. This should be on. Hi, you're viewing this video in place of a tutorial because I figured that none of you want to wake up at 9 a.m. So this is a better way to get to you in terms of teaching you guys in a better and more effective way of how to track social media, right? So this is social media monitoring, and I guess I can show you the document is right behind you, which is this one. So I just want to clarify that there's a few levels here in terms of social media monitoring. Of course, when we talk about social media monitoring, we are monitoring influencers' performance, right? Social media performance, influencers' performance on social media, right? So that's the context that we are studying in. Okay, of course, there's a lot of other things you can monitor in social media, but to make sense of our context of why we are doing this, we will be looking in a marketing context, specifically digital marketing context, right, where influencers, right, are hired or engaged to uh, to we call that to be a part, yeah, to be a part of the campaign. All right, so a little bit of background. This is Nissin Cup Noodles. We were engaged I think 2 years ago to do this campaign for Nissin Cup Noodles. It's a very simple campaign. We did a big campaign for them before this, but it's a very simple campaign now. There's a couple of videos here. You can have a look at it yourself, but just to show you an introduction of what Nissin's all about. But I think you guys pretty much know. This is one of the more well-known commercials from Nissin. Let's see the close. 本日より我が社の紅葉を栄養にします。Right, there's an image of the red samurai with Nissin. That is what you call that? Connected with the image of Nissin, the branding of Nissin. So Nissin uses this kind of this kind of imaging in their campaign. What's this? Whatever lah. Watch the videos on your own. This is nothing to do with the campaign, but just to give you a highlight of what the campaign is all about. So this was the context of why we are doing this. So a couple of years ago, like I told you, they got our services in Malaysia and Singapore to launch their new range of products. Basically, it's the same old flavors and same old Nissin Cup noodles, but it just comes with more ingredients. Not sure if it zooms in, but it's zooming in on my side. So yeah, it just says more ingredients. Basically, more premium ingredients as well. Right. So the campaign was a Nissin Cup Noodles Nissin Cup Noodles campaign for both the SG and Singapore, for both the Singapore and Malaysia market, but we are focusing on the Malaysia market. All right, on the Malaysia market. So they have a couple of new flavors, but we're just launching. I think the ones you see on the picture here, like pepper crab. I think there's tom yum, whatever. Right. So the campaign objective, all right, it's a very simple one. It's just to help Nissin to launch their new range of products, new and improved. What do you call that? More ingredients range. And how did we do it? They were very specific how to achieve this objective. They were very specific in asking us to look for only female influencers, not Chinese. Only female influencers, because I realized there's some that's not Chinese here. Female influencers are young, young and attractive. Right, that's what they wanted. And I kid you not, that was actually in their brief. When we read this, we were like, okay, what do you want them to do? And we think of a million and one ways that it's like sounds so wrong, hey, like young and attractive girls eating cup noodles. But yes, you can see, they wanted female influencers to utilize not only their social media space, right, channels, but also their blog. So we had to find people who blog, That was the criteria. Criteria number one, they must have a higher following. I think, I'm not so sure now because it's been a while. I think above, they weren't very what do you call that, too anal with the follower count. I think they were just wanting something on the range of maybe above 10k overall. This includes every channel they have social media wise, but also they must block too. So there's these two things as the objective when we look for these influencers. Just to give you guys a bit of a background, yeah, right? Blog and also um, social media followers more than 10k overall. We have this few. Let me look at it. Let me see if we can have an overview of the whole thing. Where is it? Oh yeah, I think this is the overview. So let me just be clear. This whole entire document that you will find on your Blackboard later on, this is what I expect it to look like as well in terms of what you report for your other assessment. I think we are too fixated on the web analytics assessment so far. There's the other one, right? We're supposed to do the Cetaphil experience, the one, right? Is this Cetaphil experience? I think so. Yeah, but whatever it is, even if I'm wrong, it's the other one, right? The other 50%. We're supposed to um, monitor a campaign. I think it's Cetaphil experience. All right. So this is how it's supposed to look like, and I'm gonna go one by one to explain what this all is. All right. So, but just to give an overview of all the influencers that we have engaged. So we engaged 10 of them, right? Nicole Xiang, Shini Lola, Spicy Sharon, Mikayo Ito, Malaysian foodie, which is actually a Chinese lady, but she just wants to give a nickname. Chojashni, her nickname is Crappy Blogger, really crappy blogger. Nicole Yi, Sharon Lee, Shirley Yu, and Lara Woon. And their total reach, like I said, they weren't that anal about their reach. The total reach, all of sort of mostly is above 10, but there's some that's quite poor. But even then, they weren't that particular with it. So because the rest of it can cover back, right? So let's start with understanding what we want to show in terms of this overview. We are just giving a very quick breakdown of how, number one, there's a social media post, and also there is all these blog engagements as well that you see. But that wouldn't be our concern for at least for what you're learning, right? But this is just to show you an overview of what the total engagements are. So blog reach, how many people are reading it, total engagements, which is really poor. Engagements are, like you can see here as well, engagements are what sort of statistics that people engage with their post. For example, if they like the post, or they comment on the post, or they share the post, they all count as one engagement. All right, so engagements are all lumped up as one statistic. As you can see, the blogs are really poor. I think with this campaign we found out that nobody wants to really read blogs anymore, and but you can see social media is not too bad. All right, and there's a percentage of engagement as well. This highlights the number of, in percentage wise, the number of your total audience that responded to your total post. All right, which is not too bad for 4 point something percent. We usually expect about 2-3%. So some is like quite poor, but some is not doing that badly, right? So one by one, don't bother about this because I just put it here for in case you want to find, but I don't think you will be able to, it's your concern to find blog reach. But in case you want to find, let's just go, right? Let's just try and do this because since we're learning here, right? Similarweb. How do you find this reach here, right? I'm just gonna put it here so that it's for your knowledge. In case you want to track as well for your Cetaphil experience, I don't know. I think there are some blog posts for Cetaphil experience. How do you calculate blog reach? You look at the total unique visits, right, to the website, right, average per month. Okay, so in this case for Nicole Xiang, at the time that we look for her page, there's 6,000 visits average per month. All right, for Shini Lola, it's 10,000 visits per month. Okay, and you got it from this website called similarweb.com. Let's look for a website. Say Shini Lola blog. Right, this is a blog. If you click on it, I don't need it to load. This is one of the ladies that we got for Nissin. Alright, Shini Lola. Awkward silence. Okay, this happens sometimes. This happens when they never connect their sites Google Analytics, right, to be on SimilarWeb. Alright, I think she took it out. I don't know why. Let's look for. I mean, okay, she's not in the campaign, but let's look for Sunshine Kelly because I know she has a blog. This is another influencer in Malaysia. Sunshine Kelly. Alright, let's just go and look for her website. Sunshine Kelly. Come on, load. Oh, it's not loading. Let's look for more. Alright. Yep. Sunshine Kelly, here we go. Please. I know she links to Google Analytics. Yep, there you go. Engagement measured by Google Analytics. Come on, show me a number. And he doesn't want to show me a number. Why? This is making this look really bad. But anyway, I don't know any more blocks. Say Flying in Dance. That is Nicole. They call it Flying in Dance blog Malaysia. That is the first one. Nicole Xiang's blog, right? Flying in Dance. I'm not sure, but if Sunshine Kelly can't track, that means I wonder what's wrong. Why can't I track it here? Or is it because I'm tracking from Inti? Maybe Inti firewall this. But anyway, I'm not even done talking about the rest yet. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Okay. Should have done this. Oh my gosh, but it should be here. Anyway, alright. How did we get all these numbers? Is actually from here. So there should be a number here. But for some reason, all your blogs doesn't want to work. I don't know why. Okay? But maybe I'll talk about this in class instead. Okay, so let me explain again. Blog reach, you get it from SimilarWeb. There you go. I've actually got a number here for you to look at. Alright, you should be able to see this number, but I think Inti's Wi-Fi or something, they may block this, so you should be able to see this, especially on Sunshine, because I know Sunshine. I worked with Sunshine Kelly before, and I know that she does link Google Analytics to her blog. Anyway, like I said, let's move on. No point talking about this. So yeah, right. Remember, the blog is from SimilarWeb. Total engagements, total number of reactions. Right. In this case, for blogs, you can only comment on it and maybe like it. So yeah, for a fact that Shini Lola still has engagements on her blog means it's quite good already. But yeah, otherwise, total engagements, social media monitoring wise, it means the total number of reactions. So if you have a social media post, for example, let me not go lah. But for example, you know what I mean. If you have, let's go on Facebook. Let's go to my Facebook. I don't care. Let's go to my page. All right, this is Facebook. Yeah. Okay. Oh, handsome guy. Yo. Wow, angry near. Wow. See, I'm so angry at people posting spoilers for Avengers. There is 7 plus 8. This is 9 likes plus 4 comments. Alright, so that will be a number of. So you just add. So in this case, total number of reactions does not discriminate likes, comments, unless you want to. Alright, and I think down here maybe you can see if I have Facebook. I can't remember if I have Facebook for this. No, I don't have. But certain campaigns require you to, depending on the client, right? They want to see how many likes and comments. But usually clients would just see a number. All right. So in this case, if you go to my post, it's 9 likes. Count that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 4 comments. So total number of engagement for this is 13. Okay. Let's go to one that has a share. So doesn't matter if you share it or so. In this one, for example, now this has a lot of engagement. All right, but notice that there's also reactions. Okay, you lump it all in the one, but also keep in mind that in your reporting, you are supposed to break out the reactions from your likes. Okay, but for this case, we just count it as one. Yeah. So in this case, how many do we have? We have 30 likes, 30 plus 1 plus 2, that's 32, plus 23 comments, that's 55. So for this post, I have 55 total engagements, all right? But how do you see what you call that breakdown? Just click on it. Breakdown of your reactions and likes. You can see here. There you go. Likes is 28, 3 smiling reactions, and 1 love. Right? One I don't know what heart emoji. Okay. So that's how you see a Facebook engagement. Instagram, very simple. You just go into your Instagram. I'll use my Instagram for example. All right, let's look for posts. Let's look for pictures, because in Instagram you can either see videos or pictures, right? So let's look at pictures. For example, for this, I have 67. All right, 67. No, 69. Sorry, 69 likes plus 2 comments, which is a reply from me to this guy Brian. Okay, so 69, 70, 71. So for this post alone, it's 71 total engagements. Okay, now let's look for something that is with a view. Oh my, this is embarrassing. But anyway, let's just show it anyway. So yeah, you can see that I am what do you call that? I challenged my pastor to push up, which I clearly lost. So in this case, how do you distinguish your views and your likes? Simple, just go there and click on the view. Alright? See, you're supposed to add this number up. I'm really bad at mathematics. Do I have a calculator here? I don't. But I have a phone, so my phone can calculate this for me. Calculator. I'm pretty sure some of you have already calculated this because you're so smart. Plus 88, that's a total of 484, right? But that's not including my comments. So there's 1, 2, and 3 plus 3. So the total engagement for this is 487. All right. Okay. Even for post with boomerang, so I'm trying to look for a boomerang post here. No boomerang post, huh? I wonder, no boomerang post. But yeah, same thing. I think whichever icon that you see that has this, that means there's a view there. All right, there's a view. So how do you find out the likes? You can just click on the view. It will show you the number of likes. Okay, that's how you see your. Oh no, my internet is down. I hope that I can still record. It should be fine. But yeah, okay. So that's the total number of engagements. For YouTube, you can see the views as well as the so for you, let me just show you the whole thing as well for YouTube. Let's go to my videos. My channel. Beijing. Okay. Right, you can see the number of views is very sad. 2 views. Okay, and then you can see the number of, maybe I use other people's only this is not bad. Okay. And it doesn't want to load. But hey, but never mind, it's actually displayed here. So you can see the number of views and the, oh no. What the heck is this? Tell you man, Inti doesn't want me to record this, man. Anyway. Stop. Okay, right, here we go, nice numbers. So 4 to 3 views plus 5 thumbs up. Okay, even if there's a negative, you also must count it in. So in case, just to say, if there's a number 2 here, 2 people dislike it, you must count it as a reaction, because that's a reaction. All right, so total engagements, all right, is the total number of interactions and reactions towards the post. Okay, let's move on. Total post. I think these are all self-explanatory. I will explain engagement in some other time because I don't want to waste too much time. But basically, that's it. I just want to show you this deck. There's a formula to engagement, but I think I'll introduce it maybe next week. What I want you all to do is I want you guys to be familiarized with the term benchmark. That is your objective for today, and also your blended learning. All right. that I want you to find 5 influence. Later I'll go to that for you to calculate the benchmark. So what happens is, before we engage these ladies that you see here, all right, to go for this campaign, we calculated their benchmark first. A benchmark, let me put it here, all right. Benchmark, all right, is the I won't say standard, maybe standard or KPI, right, that the influencers are expected to achieve. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, for example, if I'm trying to pitch like Nicole Xiang here, right? Her name's Nicole Xiang, Flying in Dance. If I'm trying to pitch for her to be a influencer, I would tell client, I'll prepare everything, I'll prepare the deck, whatever, and then when I prepare it, I'll tell my clients Nicole Xiang's benchmark, right, is what's her benchmark? Let's see. Let's give a number. Nicole Xiang benchmark for Instagram is 725. Okay, let's just say it's 700. What does this mean? This means that we expect, right? We expect Nicole's total engagements, right? Which is this one, total number of interactions. This one, total engagements to be to meet at least meet 700. All right, if not exceed it. Okay, all right. An influencer can have a lower performance, but if they do, you have to report it as such. So if Nicole, at the end of the campaign, for example, if Nicole gets a total of 8, even if it's above 700, so 750 engagement, that is considered as above benchmark. All right. If Nicole does about, there is a little room for error, so I would say 650 to 700, she meets benchmark. But it's always not good to show a client that she hits a number that's below their expected benchmark. But generally speaking, it's forgivable, right? If it's like within like a 10% error. But if she reaches somewhere like below 600, right, below 600, she is then performing below benchmark. This you have to explain to your client why this influencer did badly, right? And usually they won't be kind to you. They won't be very kind to you if you do this. Okay, all right. So that's what we do. We tell a benchmark to our clients so that we can tell them that, you know, this is what we expect them to do. In this campaign, back to this Nissin campaign, Nicole did fantastically well for her benchmark and engagement, because she doubled the number, right? She doubled the number, and it's a really big performance. Okay, and then all these are just graphs to highlight, okay, how does she perform. So performance outshines her benchmark. Her Facebook performance also outshines her benchmark. Her benchmark for Facebook is very low lah. Like some is even non-existent. The blog is non-existent because we can't calculate the previous benchmark. But for Facebook, it's just 6, right? It's really not that high. Okay, so she outperforms it in this sense. All right. I want to go to how do you calculate this benchmark. Okay, so that's our mission for today. It's how do we calculate benchmark. I want to start with Instagram. All right, so this is before, this is, so for example, this guy here is the influencer. All right, so I want to calculate, okay, maybe it's a bit too self-absorbing to talk about me. Let's take somebody. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why I can't think of anyone else. Shinilo lah. Wow, 49.3. Wow, she used to only have like 10,000. Okay, so this is her Instagram. Now, very simple. Benchmark is calculated by the average of total engagements over 10 posts. Okay, 8 to 10 posts but I think 10 posts is better, right? It's usually 8 to 10, but I think we might just put it as 10 posts. Okay, from there we minus off 10% of the total number. So what we mean by this is this, okay? So before I go and show you here, all right, let's just say that because this is all just make believe numbers, let's just say this influencer post 1, he got 10 engagement. Post 2, same, 10 engagement. Post 3, same, 10 engagement. All the way until post 10, 10 engagement. So altogether, total engagement is 100. Okay, so what you do is this 100 you divide. So total engagement is 100. The formula is total engagement, my spelling is horrendous, divide by the total number of posts. In this case, it's 100 divide by 10. You following? Right? Because where do you get this number 100 from? Is you add up 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 all the way to post 10. So 10 of 10 is 100, correct? And you divide it by the number of posts it came from. So 10 posts means 10. So 100 engagement divided by 100 posts, you get the answer of 10. So this is the number. But remember, you have to minus off 10% of the total number. So in this case, minus of 10%, that is minus of 10% of this minus 10%, this becomes 9. So for this influencer, 9 is the, right? 9 becomes the benchmark for this influencer. So meaning whatever post this influencer has for this campaign, if it exceeds 9, is a good. That means this person has already hit above benchmark. Okay, got it? Wait, let me put it back up. Okay, 9. Let's look at Shini Lola. So in this case, she has. You have to write this down somewhere, and maybe I'll put another thing. Right, Shini Lola. Post 1. Right, let's see how she perform. So very easy. Sometimes we are lazy, and if we see there is no videos icon up here, what we do is we just go to the desktop. We just hover around like this until it fades and it shows these two icons. We just add these two numbers up without having to go inside, because over here, if it's not a video, it just shows you generally what's the number and what's the number of likes, what's the number of comments. Okay, so let's calculate for her. This is 726 post 1, 726 post 2. This is 105. Yo, my mathematics. 1052, right? 1052 post 3 is 1203, correct? 1203 post 4. This won't work, by the way, for videos. Like I said, in videos you have to go in and click the view icon. This will be a total of 1116 post 5. The painful part is you have to go for every post. 1138 post 6. Okay, 1087 post 7. 842. You notice one thing? You notice that for posts without her picture, it just lower. These are all above thousands, right? Above 1,000. Oh, this is just new lah. But otherwise it's above 1,000. Without her, it's like below 1,000. Human nature, man. This is, yeah. See? Without her, it's below 1,000. But with her, it's above 1,000. Anyway, where were we? This is post 7, post 8. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 1026. 1026. Post 9. Oh, calculation. 1076. Oh, I cannot calculate this. 1076. Don't judge me, guys. It's been a long day. 1140. And finally, we have post 10. Alright, which is this one, 845. Again, low number because she's not in it. Sometimes people are just horny. So yeah, just post 1 to 10. So do me a favor, add all these number up when you can now, right? Use your phone or calculator, add it up. I will do the same. 1052 plus 1203 plus 1116 plus 1138 plus 1087 plus 842 plus 1026 plus 1140 plus last one 845. I don't know if I'm calculating correctly, but my total is 10175. This is the total, right? So 10175, simple, you just go 10 divided by 100, you get 10% times 10175, you get 1017.5. So meaning this one you minus off 1017.5 because this is the 10% off, right? So your total should be again, mathematics. There's a lot of mathematics involved. Well, not really mathematics, just statistics, right? So total is 9157.5. So this is correct or not? Why so high? It can't be this high. Oh no. Of course. Che, rookie, stupid. I didn't divide this. Okay. I'm just testing y'all. I didn't divide by the total number of posts. I'm like, why? Why is it so high? Okay, divide by 10 posts because this is 10 posts, right? 10 posts. Oh, you 10175 divide by 10. So you get 1017.5. After that, this is the number that you divide by your percentage. So 1017.5 take away 10%, and you minus off 101.75, and your grand total you should get should be 101.7.5 minus 101.75. You get 915.75. Dude, this is Shini Lola's current benchmark. Okay, which if you look at this number 915.75 compared to her rest, yeah, she performs generally great except for post number 10. This doesn't meet her benchmark. Okay, so generally speaking, she shatters most benchmark except for post 7. So see, post 7 and post 10 is the one that's without her inside. Sometimes people just vote for the face. Or like for the face. Okay, so that's the benchmark. That's how you calculate benchmark. Alright, notice I said current benchmark. Okay, so what if you're tracking for campaigns that is already that already happened? Like for example, you're going to track a campaign, right? That's going to happen. So what you do is you actually find the first. So I'm going to pretend to scroll all the way back. Okay, scroll all the way back, and say that we want to engage her for a Tissot campaign. So for example, this just say for example this is the Tissot campaign. This would be her post number 1. So meaning you actually want to engage her before this post actually happens. Alright? So what you do is you actually calculate the post before this. So your post 1 is actually this one. Following me? Alright? So like I said, imagine you want to go engage her for Tissot campaign. This is the watch campaign. Alright? So you want to same thing when you want to calculate benchmark. How do you, the problem with students when they don't understand when you want to calculate benchmarks for campaign that already happened, you must go all the way back before post 1, because that is when you engage the person. It's unfair for you to take the benchmark from the current benchmark that is already happened, right? That's already in place. So you must go all the way back to post 1, right? And take the 10 posts before that. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And do the same thing as this. Add up all the engagements, divide by 10, you get the number, right? Then you minus off the 10%, right? And you get this number. This would be the benchmark for that campaign. So remember, current benchmark can only be used for campaigns that haven't taken place. Which means, what I mean by current, you can just go into the first picture and start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just as we did just now. Yeah. But for campaigns for campaigns that already took place, say just now, like I said, the Tissot campaign, right? You have to go all the way back to post 1, or whichever is the post 1, and then track the 10 posts before post 1. Because then that benchmark is that time's current benchmark. You understand? Right? So I'm going to go all the way back to where we found the Tissot picture. Right? So this is post 1, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't use the current benchmark, which is this one. We started here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can't use this benchmark to measure the effectiveness of a Tissot campaign. What if in between she got really popular? Or what if in between some big scandal happened and she lost all her popularity? Right? So you have to use what is current to that time. Okay, this has been a benchmark exercise. I hope you understand what benchmark means now. So what I want you to do is your blended learning, all right? So we will have time still, don't worry. I will teach you all how to look at engagements and how do you do all these things in the coming weeks. But your current let me just put it in another document. Your blended learning for week 3 is to calculate benchmark for a couple of things. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to calculate benchmark for 5 influencers, social media influencers of choice. Right, can be anyone, but just try to hit 5. Okay, get 5, calculate all their benchmarks, and that's the first one. The second one is I want you to calculate. Okay, let me go find. I actually never test this, right? Lipton ice. Is it? Let me go find. Yeah, no, not really. Oh no. No, not you. Okay, let me, because I want you guys to start tracking hashtag Sunshine Kelly. She did one, right? Lipton. Let's see. Don't have. How you know what? I don't really care. Let's go and look for it. Sunshine Kelly. Let's look for any trackable. Yo, it's not stop going holiday lah. Is this what run is this? Oh, I saw Cornetto. Cornetto must be a campaign. Nothing. Nothing. Oh no. Yeah, phone. Is it a phone? La 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 la. Muse. What's this? Let's see. Okay. Great. I like this. I also don't know what the heck is this. But yeah, I'm finding out the first time as you find out as well. So news, okay? So track news, calculate the influencers involvement using the hashtag news. Okay, so what I want you to do, for example, Sunshine Kelly, this is one of the examples. You have to track back or find through hashtag, which in this case is news, right? To, I'm not pronouncing it correctly, whatever. Right, to find post 1, and then you calculate benchmark from then. That means before the first hashtag news post, right? So you have 2 benchmark you have to calculate. For this one, I'm not sure how many. I thought I can use the Lipton iced tea thing, but it's too, because that was my previous campaign. Too many posts now, it's too flooded. So you just do this, okay? All right, just to see whether you can get a handle on calculating your benchmark. Alright, this has been wow, I don't know how long I recorded. But yeah, I hope you understand. I hope it captured everything. Yeah, I want to say. But yeah. So thank you so much. Do this on Better Learning. See you guys on class in class. Bye.